adventure.
How's everyone doing today? I'm Nigeria Chambers from Big Go Belt Media. Very excited to talk about the new series, The Sister Grimm, coming to Apple TV Plus, which I have seen all of it already, October 3rd. How's everyone feeling?
Great.
Good.
How are you?
Have
I'm
you
good.
seen
I'm
every
good.
episode?
I
Oh
have.
my, you have some inside friends. All right.
And I'm not here to spoil anything, but I
We
am
have
here to
to.
get to the hard questions. And the most important question of the entire day, your entire press day, is who gets the credit for the voice acting of Elvis?
Um, who did Elvis? I'm trying to think.
I was wondering that just the other day too. I was like, who got to do
I
the
cannot
barking? Yeah.
remember. Let
It's
me.
great.
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? Elvis is great. Best
Yeah.
character there.
Best
I-
character on the show.
I'll find out before we're off. But you
All
keep it.
right. Yeah, send the text. Um, Mike, I want to start with you, man.
Okay.
9 books, your last one being in 2012. First and foremost, have you gotten the itch again now that you're seeing your beautiful work come to animated to the animated screen and you're
Oh.
seeing these characters be new life being breathed into them with these amazing performances of these actors
Mhm.
and this beautiful animation behind it. Has the itch occurred yet?
You mean to do more
Oh
more
yeah.
Sisters Grimm
Yeah,
or
yeah, yeah.
well, I've been writing. I had another series that was actually a bestseller called Nerds about nerdy fifth grade secret agents that I did for a while. And I have a new book out right now called The Weirdies that just came out a couple weeks ago. That's doing really well. So
Yeah, I've
I,
read that one.
like those ideas, they're always coming. It kind of it helps. Some people think ADHD is a bad thing. But honestly, it's a gift for me because I
Absolutely.
mean it's endless ideas that never stop. I get an idea for a book almost every single day, so
Yeah.
the itch never goes away.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, because I'm curious with having 9 books, and I would imagine you're going to have fan service for the folks that's been riding with you this entire time, new folks that's always looking for their next watch, and then obviously this the power of Apple TV, bringing in either new customers or just new fans to new series and new content that they wasn't aware of. That the first thing people are going to ask is, well, after they go check out the 9. Will there be a 10? Will there be the 11? Will there be the
Yeah.
12? But I think the next most important question is with having 9 books, 9 books of source material, tell us exactly where does this story fits within those books. And what I thought was very interesting decision made by you all is the moment you start this series, you're dropped right into this world.
Yeah.
There's no fluff. There's no warm up. You're ready to go to the point that I said, wait, did I miss an episode? Because you're just right there in it, which I love the decision. So I'm curious about where does this sort of fit within the world of the Sister Grimm novels?
Oh, I mean, we started the first novel. That's the plot of the first. The plot of the first book is very closely linked to the plot of the first season. Like we're in, there's no messing around. We're just, they're on a train. They're leaving. They're, suddenly, I don't know, page 10. They're guess what? Oh,
Yeah.
you're descended from the Brothers Grimm, and all the fairy tale characters that
Yeah,
are real.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's we're follow and there is obviously this is a full book and we had 6 episodes to tell a full book. So, they're the, this is my common saying. The hardest part of this was needing to cut down and fit this into 6, 22-minute episodes. So I hope we did it. I think, we got most of the major beats anyway.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
The
you oh go ahead, Michael. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
was just going to add that, like, having grown up Gen X, I grew up with movies like The Goonies and
Yeah,
Back to the Future and Raiders of the Lost Ark and Star Wars and everything starts. Like, there's no time for exposition. I don't even know how to do exposition. So I just
yeah.
like I had a writing teacher once tell me just start the story at the very last possible moment you can start the story where people will not be insanely confused. And that's what I always try to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cut the beginnings and endings off. Just kidding. No, they did.
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
movie or book starts with somebody running. That's always, that's the goal I'm after. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also think when you're like hungry for new content, sometimes you just want to get right to the meat of the sandwich. The bread is there, I get it, but like it's all about what's in the middle sometimes. And yeah, absolutely perfectly executed.
Thank you.
Have you two taken a moment to really sit back and kind of like pinch yourself? Because the books have, amazing text, beautiful illustration as well. But then when you evolve this into this I can't even think of a better word here, but it would say magical animation and then the voice acting that's done. You're just mesmerized, whether you're actually paying attention to what's happening or you're just watching because there's just so much to really consume in these short 25-minute episodes, as you mentioned, taking a whole book and cramming it all in there. And it didn't feel forced, but it definitely felt like an entire adventure each and every time. Have you all really just kind of sat back and pinch yourself about seeing how this evolved into this finished product and what's sort of been like the flowers amongst everybody to getting this accomplished, getting to your release date on October 3rd.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because I hadn't seen them. We finished it a while ago and I hadn't seen the episodes, but I've seen each episode probably 25 times. And
I'm
that's
gonna
true.
catch you, okay? Don't worry, I'm gonna
Every,
catch you.
every single moment, I watch the animatic, you watch the, board pitches, you watch it, you see the first animation that comes in. I mean, the making an animated show takes a long time. It takes many, many, many like layers above a live action show. So and then I didn't see them for
Oh, I think she cut out.
the other day. And when you're in it and you watch it every time, you see every little like, oh, this, that.
Hmm.
Michael, are you able to hear her? I'm sorry.
I can hear her briefly,
Yeah,
like
Amy,
just
you're
very,
cut.
very
Your
low.
audio's cutting out just a little bit, Amy.
Oh, sorry.
There you
Um,
go.
I think somebody just called me. I just like clicked them off. Um, I was so happy because when you're in it all the time, you're used to it and it feels like it's not special. But then I saw it a couple weeks ago and I was like, oh my God, we did that. Is that for real? Is that for real? So I did pinch myself. And I was also, the jokes are dead after you've seen them 100 times. I was watching, I was like, oh my God, these are so funny. I'm like, I laughed. It was great. I was very, very happy. So yes, I have had that moment of like, oh, it actually is good. Yeah.
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 It's for me, it's very rare to have an author come forward and say they are thrilled with the adaptation of their work. I mean, it just almost never happens.
Yeah.
I will say that like every time I've looked at this, I just I get a little weepy. I mean, because it's what I imagined it could be. Um, and I have to give all the credit to Amy, who was the driving force and the captain of this ship, and she saw what I saw. In fact, I think considering she's seen every episode 25 times, she's definitely doing better than I am. But she knows these characters and these stories and what I was really trying to do with it almost better than I do. So I felt like I had somebody I could trust. So when it all comes out and you're looking at it. I don't think it ever hits me. I'm like one of those people that around like when I've opened up all my Christmas presents, I'm happy, but I don't know
Yeah.
what to say. Like I'm
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
because there's just too much, and I think that once the show airs and people start talking about it and getting and telling us how they feel about it, that's when it'll hit me that we made a show based on something that I mean, I wasn't supposed to be successful as a writer. I mean, my dad was a high school dropout. My mom never really had a job. I mean, they didn't really know how to instill any kind of path of like success for me. So I was lucky enough to just meet some of the most amazing people who saw things in me that I didn't. So now I have this show. This is just a collection more of people who have seen something in me and what I do
Mm.
that I never expected, and I'm so blessed, and so yeah, I haven't fully embraced it, but maybe I'm embracing it right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get the chills. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful story. I'm very happy for you, you both. and the success thus far. I do have time for one last question, and I thought it was actually kind of hard for me to kind of land on just one. So I picked two, but even two felt like I wasn't doing enough justice here. So I'm gonna turn it to you all. But um, as fun as this show is, the jokes, the adventures, the mesmerizing animation, it really does come down to the theme of family bonds and bravery. And I think that's something everybody's going to be able to relate to, whether it's currently or their little kid in them is just going to be re-energized thinking about some of the things some of the discussions, some of the conversations, the brothers, sisters, your neighborhood friends, whatever it may be, that you see these two sisters go on in terms of trying to find their parents, which I think in a way it's a little bit metaphorical, but I'll leave that there. But I'm curious about what is it that you hope um, all ages in terms of themes take away from watching this? What is it that when they're finally done and they sit back and they're emailing you all or spamming you all on social media saying we're season two, two through eight at this rate?
Yeah.
What is it that you hope that really is that lasting feeling that they have when they complete this first season?
Yeah, I mean, this is what I started the series with. And I've said this before, but we were just coming out of COVID. It's a really rocky time. It's very traumatic. We are all living through different traumas. I just come off, some major traumas in my life. I'd lost my parents. So I knew what these girls were going through. And no matter what you've lived through and no matter what sort of traumas or upsets you've lived through, you get to choose your own story. And I feel like that's something we hit on the head a lot with this. You get to be
Yeah.
the author of your own life. And I feel like no matter what, no matter who tells you or pulls you in different directions, you really,
Yeah,
really
your
get to
destiny, the name you're supposed to live up to. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you get to
Mm-hmm.
choose that. You get to
Yeah.
choose to live a good life. You get to choose to be your own person. You get to write your own fairy tale. And I think that's the main character. I mean, that's in the books. That's what, I felt like this is what we're going to bring out to the show. And I want the audience to sort of like be at the end of the series and say, "Oh yeah, I can do that." Even if it's a little teeny bit.
Yeah.
I
Thank you.
think for me the thing that I hope people walk away with this one is that there's a line later in the series, in one of the books in which someone says that family is the greatest magic of all, and that's that's kind of what I'm hoping is that people walk away with that feeling that whether that family is one that you're born with or one that that you collect, which is sometimes just as important. And the other thing I'm hoping people will understand is like this is a story about a young girl who is challenging and difficult and sometimes not the most trusting person. And she strives every day, whether she succeeds or not, to try to see the point of view of other people.
Mm,
And that is such an important message, I think, right now for all of us is that we need to find the common ground. Most of us all want the same things. We just have different ways of getting to them. And if we could just agree on that we all want this wonderful thing, if we can just see that, we might be able to see the humanity in each other again. And so hopefully, I'm not sure Sister Scrim is going to save the world, but it would be nice if it
Hope it
um,
does.
saved a few.
yeah. It definitely starts the healing process. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that from Lilo and Stitch earlier this year to this theme of family and identity and self-discovery, it's very live and prominent and very popular. So I think you're going to have no problems at all with folks understanding the message here and putting that message back into the world and begin the healing within the communities that we need. But in the meantime, I have to direct people where to watch this at, right? Because The Sisters Grimm is on Apple TV Plus starting October 3rd. Michael and Amy, thank you so much for your time today. Congratulations. I hope we get to talk again soon.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you. It's great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for your time.
Ridiculous.